So apparently, 1 second meant that it was just gonna crash my whole thing, and I had to boot it back up. Anyway. Yeah, Brett broke the stream. This is absolutely Brett's fault. Okay, anyway, I did manage to get it up, though. Just the second I tried to switch away, my slobs just completely... Anyway, whatever. So, we got the book here, but we can also hide it, and then you can see... Ta-da! This is what it looks like! Okay, so... we got our little character sheet here. What is going on with my computer? So you can see up at the top has got like, I don't know if this is like it automatically populates a random name or not. I have no idea. But the oracles are over here. That will be helpful for our character. We can put in our characteristics and stuff. And then also the asset cards are in here, which is very helpful rather than me having to like type them by myself. Yes, please. Sorry, I am back. I didn't mean it. My computer does things without my permission. Got a little peek of fantasy name generator up there because I always keep it up anytime I'm playing. Necessary reasons. Okay. So, create your character. Let's start. Your character scope. You are human. Good to know. Diversity of inclusiveness. Yeah, I'll probably just still be kind of like me though, just because that's how lived experience works. Yeah. Character creation. Let's see. Separate the asset cards by type. I don't need to do that because I'm not using a physical deck right now, even though I do have the physical deck. Choose 2 paths. Select 2 assets from among the paths for your character. That is step 2. Okay. Do these separate out into paths? No, not that way. Those are modules. Support vehicle. Okay, here's some paths. Ace is face danger or react under fire. Okay, so that's like a pilot. Archer is having a bow. Armored. I like armor. Artist. I'm an artist. That one sounds like fun to me. Augmented. That would kind of be interesting because we said that being augmented was, I don't remember if we said it was fully taboo or if it was just like, no, it was illegal, I think. So that one could be interesting. Ironsworn, Blade Master, Bounty Hunter, Brawler, Courtier, Demolitionist. Oh my gosh, there's so many. Can we... Oracles, characters, goals. Okay, well, at least over here we can roll a character name. Vesper Nazari. That's fun. Let's do... yeah, heck yeah, let's go with Vesper. Well, I'm still gonna... Vesper Nazari. That's us. We're fun. Pronouns. She, her. Call sign. What's our call sign? Tycoon? I'm not sure what first look means. Just like the first thing you see when you see them, I guess? Revealed aspect. Brave. Disposition helpful. That's kind of fun that you can just like, I'm sure this is probably for NPCs, like real fast NPCs, but still. Okay, I feel like we want a little bit more than that from paths, so why don't we skip to page 105, and I will real fast get us back to, here's the book. Choose 2 paths. Let's roll for it. Let's do that. Okay. D100. First one is an 86. Second one is 50. What do we got? Okay, 86 is Starship Engineer, so the assets would be Gearhead and Tech. And 50 would be Occultist, Outcast, and Shade. Let's look at all of those together, and then we can decide which ones we want to keep. Okay. Are these are assets, yeah, okay. Gearhead would be 1. When you make a move to craft, repair, repurpose, or modify equipment or technology. This needs to move over just a little bit. So what I'm going to do is put all 4 of them on our sheet, and then we can look at them together and see what we want. Okay, what else do we need? Gearhead, Tech, Outcast, Shade. Outcast, add, Shade, add, Tech, add. Okay. So we're just gonna look at these together, and we can always get rid of the ones that we just aren't feeling at the moment. Close that for a sec. Okay. Gotta close the book. I'm gonna make myself a new setup so that I can have Stargazer on one side and the PDF on the other. Gearhead is when you make a move to craft, repair, repurpose. We got that one. Outcast, when you hearten in isolation, you may attempt to find solace in fond memories or a hopeful wish. If you do, decide before rolling, re-roll any dice but count. Re-roll any dice but count a strong hit as a weak hit. So we're better at being by ourselves if we're an outcast? Is that what's happening? Vesper could be kind of a lone wolf and take solace in memories or nostalgia, I guess. Shade is drawing on esoteric energies. You may instantly cloak your form in the shadowy veil of the void. Well, her name is Vesper, which means evening. Like Vesper bells and Vesper prayers are like evening prayers in like Catholicism or whatever. So that kind of feels like it's what we should do, really. And then Tech, when you make a move to configure, optimize, hack, or disrupt an electronic system, add 1. Okay, I like Shade. We're definitely keeping that one because it matches the name, and I feel like at that point you kind of just have to. I kind of like the idea, if we're going just a little bit spooky, rather than being like what we would consider like a necromancer or an occultist, being the kind of gearhead that repairs and like re-energizes technology, that's kind of fun, I think, personally. So rather than being like a necromancer, being a gearhead that can fix all sorts of equipment that by all rights should just absolutely stay fried. I kind of like that idea. So let's go ahead and get rid of Outcast and get rid of Tech, and we're going to keep Shade and oh, see, Stardew agrees with me, so we're doing great. Okay. What's next on the list? Choose 2 paths and then create your backstory, page 106. All right. Step 3, backstory. All right. We can roll a D100. So that's what we're going to do. Oh, I accidentally rolled. It was an 8. 8 and 60. 8 is you are guided by a vision of prophecy. Oh, I should probably read like the whole thing, huh? Step 3, create your backstory. As you begin playing Starforged, your character is a person with few ties to others. The Forge is a vast galaxy, and your former home, if you had one, is lost to you, forsaken by you, or a distant memory. So our backstory is where we came from, but also why we're not there anymore. So 8 is you are guided by vision or prophecy. 60 is you were banished from your former home. I kind of feel like, well, first of all, I'm fully interested in whatever y'all have to say. But I think that probably being banished just feels like it works a little bit better for me, I think. But what we could do is there is a prophecy generator on fantasy name generators. There totally is. There might be an oracle for it as well, though. Anomaly effect, faction, vault. There. Well, let's check the I wish I knew where the This is a different PDF reader than I normally use, and I don't know where the bookmarks are, and I wish that I did, because that would be helpful to know where the bookmarks are. Is it you? It's not. That's a pin. That's not what I want. I just don't understand technology. Everything's bad. Sorry, guys. Anyway, let's say that we were banished from our former home. Why were we banished? Let's see. So story complication. Crucial equipment or device is sabotaged. Are we banished because we sabotaged crucial equipment? What crucial equipment or device? Got some legacy tracks back here. Gear, notes, characteristics. I don't see a background specifically. I guess we could put it under characteristics. Let's see. How much can we even fit in here? What was it? What was it exactly? Banished from your former home. From sabotaging device or equipment. I don't know how to spell anything. Y'all are gonna have to get used to that. Device. Okay. So that like fits there. I don't know if that's where it's supposed to go. I'm gonna be honest. I have no idea if that's where it's supposed to go. Here's like our campaign thing. We got factions down here. So one faction that we could make a new one is literally like where Vesper came from. Challenges. Yeah. So fun. Okay. Let's see if we're skipping steps real quick, because I don't want to do that. Write your background vow. Step 4 is write your background vow. Envision the vow. Consider what you know of the setting and your character thus far. What nagging ambition, aching need, or sacred commitment drives you? This is your background vow. This vow is part of your character's history, sworn months ago or years ago. It can be tied to your backstory or represent a deeper lifelong goal. Okay. So it says we can roll action and theme or character goal to kind of put a goal together. So let's see if we can do that. Is there something in here? we might need to go to the book, and that's okay. Oh, wait, it might be in the core. Action theme. Search rival. Search rival? Okay. I think we're cooking here. Because what if Vesper was banished for sabotaging gear, equipment, device, whatever it is? We need to figure that out. But it wasn't her. It was her rival. And she is going to find them, and that's why she left. That makes sense to me. Okay, we need to come up with a character. Can we just, the whole thing? Quan Sayer, call sign Rook, youthful, desperate. Why is Quan desperate? What does so mean? Goal, claim a resource. Generous? Mercenary. Okay, well, first of all, there's a little save button down here. Create a location to save data. I guess I haven't done that yet. I don't know what that means. Anyway, let's just take a little screenshot of Quan so that I don't, okay. We have a screenshot. So that way I don't lose it. That's for later. So Quan doesn't get lost in the sauce. Because he's very important to us. This is my rival. It is my life goal to track Quan down. What's the pronouns we're working with here? He, him. Quan's a guy. Quan's, okay, cute. Well, now, he could be in a rival gang. We have not put any gangs together. We haven't made any factions yet, including where I'm from. So now, what we need to decide... So, Quan is desperate, generous. He wants to claim a resource, and he is a mercenary. Okay. Some of those things go together. Generous is an interesting surprise, but being desperate to claim a resource because you're a mercenary usually means you want to get paid for it, not because you're generous. That's normally what mercenary means. Maybe he's part of a mercenary gang or part of a mercenary guild, I guess would be another word for it. But we need to figure out what kind of resource it is that he's desperately trying to claim. And once we figure out the resource, it will be easier for us to figure out what it is that he sabotaged so that he could get that resource. Like, because that's what he blamed on us. There's some device, some equipment, maybe for the people of the city and or planet where we are from. Yeah, we gotta figure this out. Planet. Planet side feature. Oh, this is you can make a whole... Yeah, okay, sweet. Let's just roll a whole planet. Where am I from? I'm from Ori. A rugged planet scarred by eons of destructive asteroid impacts. There are jagged mountains. That would make sense because of asteroid impacts. The settlements are in conflict because the atmosphere is toxic. There's no life. Okay, so other than, like, the colonized settlements, there isn't anything else that lives there. Oh, oh my gosh, they're probably still trying to terraform. Was it the terraform equipment? Did Quan sabotage the terraforming? Okay. So when it says settlements in conflict, it would seem like there was probably only one settlement if they were trying to colonize. We're just going to take another little screenshot of that. Just because I'm really like, I'm sure there's a way to save all of these people somewhere else so that I'm sure that there's something that I'm doing wrong. But until then, I don't want to lose any of the information that we are rolling. So I'm just going to screenshot it and save the screenshots, and then I'll figure it all out and put it back in later. Okay, so that's the planet, is Ori. Let's talk about our settlement on the planet. Is it? Okay, hold on. Population thousands, built from random scrap. I don't know if we want it. Well, I guess it would have to be orbital if they're... Maybe they wanted to be planet side, but because the terraforming didn't work, they had to like use the scraps of whatever they had to build an orbital settlement. So it's like rotating around Ori now. They didn't want it to be. Okay. What were they trying to do? Archaeology. Okay, yeah, if you're trying to do archaeology, that would absolutely suck to not be able to be planet side. That would be an interesting hook, though, because if nothing lives there, what kind of archaeology, like, what are they digging to learn? So that might be a question that can come up, like, big in the story. That could be an interesting, like, thing. All right, let's talk about authority. What tolerant? Okay. So the authority structure here, whoever is in charge is not like... That makes sense to me. So this would have had to have been a huge deal that the equipment like was sabotaged in order for us to get like completely banished. Yeah. Nova. Let's roll a new Apex. Oh, maybe Paxton. Burrow. Okay, we're gonna have to name it Burrow because this was specifically an archaeology-based settlement, so I think that's adorable. We have to do that. Snip, we're just gonna keep you over here. All right. Okay. Everything's great. Everything is grand. All right. We're getting a little into that now. So let's see. That's our backstory, our background vow. If you are playing... Hold on. All right. Envision the vow. Consider what you know of the setting and your character thus far. What nagging ambition, aching need, or sacred commitment drives you? This is your background vow. Stardrew says they might have inside information about all the iron. That's true. That would be... Oh yeah, if they're like trying to... Yeah, that makes a lot of sense to me. That makes sense. That's exactly... I think at least that is the public reason why they are doing any archaeological digs on this planet. Whether that is actually the real underlying reason, we might find out later, but at least the public reason is to do research on the iron. That makes sense to me. Trader, inside out ship. A little too close to home for me. I'm not sure what that means, Stardrew. Inside out ship? To sabotage our ship. Well, it's not that he sabotaged the ship, it's that they were trying to terraform the planet and he sabotaged the terraforming equipment, which on its own doesn't hurt anyone. Like, they would already have their, like, orbital camp, basically. But it seemed like they were probably hoping that they would be able to have a more permanent setting on the ground, and now they kind of can't until the terraforming equipment is fixed. So I don't necessarily know that anyone was hurt, but there was a lot of displacement, maybe is a better way to say it. I don't know, maybe somebody did get hurt, and Vesper doesn't know about that, and that's part of the reason that she's so upset about this, is that she was like, oh, if there's a problem with the terraforming equipment, I can fix it. I'm a gearhead. And they were like, no, get lost. We don't want to see you anymore. And she's like, this is a complete overreaction. I don't know what happened. There's a misunderstanding. And from their side of, like, from their perspective, maybe somebody was seriously hurt, injured, or maybe even killed, and they're blaming her for it, and she doesn't even know that. Or maybe none of that's true. Maybe part of the reason that she was blamed for the sabotage is that they think that Quan died in the process, but he didn't. He was the one that sabotaged it and then, like, faked his death and ran off planet. So they think that he's dead and she killed him, and that's why she has to bring him back to prove that she didn't kill. Okay, yes, that's exactly what it is. Her vow is she has to bring back Quan to prove her at least partial innocence, to restore herself back to the settlement of Burrow. Yes. Okay. Some of the sample vows are, I vow to destroy the Iron Talon Raider clan, or I will discover a means of preserving consciousness beyond death. Okay. So those are kind of like how you write it. Where is there a way to do challenges, vows? Okay. When you do a background vow, does it say what level it has to be? I imagine epic. Mechanically, it's an epic vow, so okay. So this is an epic vow. I will bring Quan back home alive to redeem myself and prove my innocence. Is that how you spell innocence? Probably close enough. Yes, okay. We have our background vow. We have done it, team. We can go back to our character over here. All right, step 4, done. Step 5, board your ship. Starship time. Let's see, we have little command vehicle. Ba-ba, we have it. We have one. Flying alone. If you are playing Starforged solo, you are a lone spacer in a vast galaxy. Thanks to automation and centralized controls, your spaceship is fully capable of flying and fighting while operated by a single pilot. That's helpful. Giving the starship a history. Is there a way to just do some of this? Some of it is on here, yeah, okay. So, but we're supposed to start with a history, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to, Stardrew, I haven't let you roll yet. Why don't you roll me a D100 and we will see the history of our starship. And we can kind of go from there. Oh, I never even put, I don't even have Discord up. Oh, Stardrew may have stepped away for a moment. That's all right. I will roll it by myself. This is a solo game. Sometimes I'm going to be talking to myself. That's totally fine. You have to get used to it. It's not crazy when it's a solo game. Okay, 8 or 36. 8. Acquired in trade for a precious family heirloom. 36. Earned in exchange for a promise or vow. Acquired in trade for a precious family heirloom sounds like absolutely heartbreaking. Earned in exchange for a promise or vow. Okay, so then if it's that one, is it a promise that has yet to happen or one that we have already... I want some hooks, right? Like if it's traded away for a precious family heirloom, then a hook that she might have is that she wants to get this back, which would be fine. But it feels like there would be more hooks if this is earned in exchange for a promise or a vow, because then there's another person that we know and maybe we're still on the hook for something, or maybe we've already had to do something we did not want to do in order to fulfill this promise. So that feels like it's kind of it for me, I think. Earned in exchange for a promise or vow. Who owns the ship? Well, I mean, me. Envision the starship. We randomly rolled first look dark or stealthy. That's kind of fun since her name is Vesper. Like she's got like a thing going on, right? Sovereign Skies is a badass name, but that feels like the kind of name for a bigger ship, I think is what I'm trying to say. Name your starship. The book for creating your character does not have anything about ship classes, so I guess that's probably an NPC thing. Oh, it comes with a mission. Okay. Smuggle cargo. That's perfect. Okay, so the thing that we had to do in return for getting this ship, we were given the ship, but it's like, all right, take this where it needs to go, and then after that, you just take the ship, it's yours, and get out of here. I kind of love that. Okay, Sovereign Skies is not my thing. Eclipse, first off, would be dark, and second, would kind of go with our theme here. Oh my gosh, I love a good theme. Okay. The eclipse. That's so fun. Okay, let me get my screenshot happening of our little starship here. The eclipse. Oh my gosh, I bet it's small, which is why it's probably not made for smuggling cargo. It's probably like basically like a trunk situation for smuggling it. Well, I mean, you still have to be able to like walk around and sleep on your ship. Like this is where we live, right? But it's not like a huge ship that's like got a big cargo area. Okay. Oh no, I accidentally closed my little thing. That's okay. Perfect. We love that. Let's roll a random character that we traded the ship from. Zari Sayer. Okay. Same last name as Quan. Okay. Goal. Let's get a goal in here. Make an agreement. Revealed aspect. Apathetic. Hostile. Armored. Interesting. So, as far as I'm concerned, Zari has to be Quan's sister because they've got the same last name, and we knew where to find her. Her goal to make an agreement, smuggle this cargo out. Okay. First of all, let me take a snippet of this. Second, we have to find out what this cargo is. This is like, yeah. Okay, we're getting there. And then I will find out too. I'm sure there's a way to put like other people in. So like right now, if you look into the campaign, there's factions in here. We're gonna call this Star Tripper is our campaign name. There's factions in here, and we can put our truths in here. But I'm not exactly sure. Oh. Factions, we might be able to, that might be able to be people too. But it looks like it's mostly for like gang group situations. I will need to study this more. I fully admit that. We can like put things places over here. We're not gonna do that right now though. We're not. I'm getting off topic. Okay. We have our ship. We envision the starship. You know what? Is there like some of these for the the outside is dark and stealthy. I want to roll for shady ship dealer to travel around the world. Okay, but I love the idea of like traveling around different places and doing this, like saying that we haven't smuggled the cargo yet could be like our good starting hook. It could be. So I'm totally fine with that. Okay, let's go ahead and roll our D100 here. We got an 89. I want some kind of look for the inside of the ship. Okay, 89. Strange symbols are scrawled on the deck and bulkheads in the main corridor. Strange symbols are scrawled on the deck and bulkhead in the main corridor. She does not know what these symbols are. Are they left there by the people that put the cargo in? Are they from the previous owner and this is just graffiti? Is this like some sort of occult situation? Some like Magitech deal? I don't know. But that's fun and interesting. That maybe that's another thing, is in her downtime she can study some of these symbols. That's really fun. Okay. Step 6, choose your final asset. Now that your ship is ready, pick one final asset. This time you aren't limited to picking a path. You can choose from any of these asset categories. A module, we can enhance our starship. A support vehicle, so a secondary vehicle that your starship can carry and launch. A companion, NPC helpers, including alien creatures and robots. Or a path, background aspects, careers, interests, training, and skills. I don't have any custom oracles. This journal entry thing would probably be helpful for like what we have done in each session. I don't have any in there right now, so they don't know what they look like, but that might also be how we keep track of our people. We shall see how that goes. How do I, can I roll? should I have an asset for myself? Or I'm thinking we might enhance the ship. So here's the thing. If we rolled up a companion, maybe like a robot or the ship AI, then if someone were to want to guest on the show, say if Allie was free for a Sunday, she could play too as that companion. So it seems kind of fun to me having like an NPC around, but I don't know how helpful that would be to us all the time. I'm kind of leaning towards a path. And I would love if there was a way. Can I roll on them randomly? I guess we kind of already did when it was. You know what? We don't have to roll randomly because I've got the cards in front of me. So what we can actually do is I can literally just. We can just do it this way. Here's all my path cards. Oh, it's at time. We're almost done though. I'm gonna finish putting this character together. We're gonna finish this. It's gonna be okay because we're very close. We're choosing the final asset. Then we have to do stats, and then I think that's almost it. Oh, we need to envision what Vesper looks like. Well, so here's the thing. I love the idea of there being an AI on the ship, and I think that we can give ourselves that just as a little treat. But I think if someone like Allie were going to, if Allie were going to guess, I would want her to have the opportunity to put her own character together. So, like, I say that we'll just put a pin in it and say that we have one, and then if she or Scott, for example, wanted to come guest, then whoever's guesting could be the one that picks they are a robot or they are an AI and what they look like and what they do and all that stuff. Yeah, like let them choose, and then we'll kind of retcon in that it's been that way the whole time. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Okay. Path. Diplomat. When you swear an iron vow to resolve a dispute, negotiate an agreement, or gather support, add +1. One option. I'm gonna keep doing this, and then I'm gonna pull one more, and then between the two, we're gonna pick. I like having options like this. Maybe it's just because I'm ADHD, but like just rolling and then choosing once doesn't seem like enough. I want to roll twice and then pick from that, or combine them, or whatever. I don't know. I just like having options, okay? All right. What do we got? Veteran. When you are in a fight, increase your momentum reset by 1. Oh, I accidentally have 2 of these. The other one says Voidborn. You are most suited to life in the limitless void. When you're in space or a spacebound vehicle or station, increase your momentum reset by 1. I actually don't want to pick this one because I like the idea that she really wants to get back to her home in Burrow. So I feel like she would be less comfortable in the void by herself and would want to be home. That's like part of the driving force of what she's trying to do, and her background vow, right, is she wants to get back home. So being more comfortable in space does not make sense. We're not going to pick that one. Veteran. So, is she... Let's see, we got veteran and diplomat, and they're basically opposites. When you're in a fight, good stuff happens. Or when you resolve a dispute, negotiate an agreement, or gather support. So, like, literally, is she a talker or a fighter? And I feel like because we're in a very... Like, the ship that we picked says stealthy. She's trying to clear her name. I feel like she's more of a diplomat. I feel like she's more of a talker than a fighter. I feel like she's probably more likely to try and, like, there's been a misunderstanding, a miscommunication, like, what can we do to help each other, like, that kind of thing. So we're going to add diplomat to our sheet here. That's what we're going to do. Because I'm allowed to do that I want to. Add to the Vesper character sheet. Okay, we've done it, team. Okay, set your condition meters and momentum. Health, spirit, and supply all at 5. Correct. Momentum to +2. Correct. Max momentum and momentum reset should be 10 and 2. Integrity of your command vehicle and any support vehicles also to their max value. R is the starship. Okay, this is cursed, battered. Integrity is at max. Okay, we did it. Health of any companion assets to their max. Okay, so let's go ahead and add a companion asset and then just not. These are paths. Companion. Combat bot, glow cat, protocol bot, sidekick, sprite, survey bot. Let's go ahead and go with survey bot for now. And that's in there, and then they have full health. So that's like kind of ready to go, and then if anybody ends up using it, then we can either do that or kind of tweak it if we need to, but it's at least already in there. Okay. Next, last thing, envision your character. We need to define 1 or 2 facts about their physical look, how they act, and what they wear. We don't need many details at this stage. For example, their look might be covered in tattoos, mechanical leg adorned with art. They might act keen understanding of machines, often prefers them to people. Wear safety goggles and dirty coveralls. So, okay, those are easy. Name, pronouns, call sign. Did we pick a call sign? We did not. That is a random, that's a randomized call sign from earlier. Okay. Let's Chimera? I don't think we're going to end up using calls. Well, actually, maybe we should. If Vesper is wanted, she probably wouldn't have her actual name all over the place. I don't know. Okay, let's see. Grudge. That's a little bit too on that nose. Touchdown. Static. Chimera is kind of fun. Let's go with Chimera. Changing or not what you think they are, depending on if you're talking about medical chimerism or mythical. That's neat. Okay. Is there... Can I... Can I scroll forever and just find some oracles? Ooh, that's not what I meant to do. Let's get to the oracles and see if maybe they have something about a look in here. Character names, character role, goal, first look, disposition. Kinda. Okay, so those are all the same things that we have over here. So let's just look, let's just do a what's first look. Armored energy. Well, it said armored before. How do I... Mutated. I don't know that we... Attractive. Imposing. know that that fits. I'm not feeling it. Initial disposition. Suspicious. That makes sense at least. Bandit is fun as a call sign. Probably not one you would want to use though, right? Hello, my name is Criminal. No, I'm not up to... No, everything is fine. But what does she look like? Is there character description, random generators? The fantasy name generator has a random character description generator. This is the first one we got. Blonde curly hair tight in a bun, a skinny charming face, bloodshot blue eyes, a birthmark reaching from the bottom of the left cheek, first running towards lips. So, like, kind of, left side, kind of here. So that's the first one. I'm gonna just copy that and then do another one, and we can go from there. Red short hair in a tight bun. Another tight bun. Furrowed, time-worn face. Piercing brown eyes. Old tattoo resembling a small star over her left eye. So what do you think? Because this is the last thing. These are the two kind of options that we had. And you know what? Actually, I'm going to leave it right there. I'm going to put both of the options in here. And I'm going to leave that because it's me, and because of who I am as a person, I'm obviously going to do character art. So I will take some time to think about it and do a little bit of research, and between these two things kind of come up with something of what Vesper looks like. I feel like the redhead one kind of feels a little bit more like it to me, because I love the idea of furrowed, time-worn. Like, time-worn doesn't necessarily mean you're old. It just means that the life that you have had has been hard. Which would make sense to me if her settlement was still trying to terraform, and also she's like seen some stuff. You know what? Let's just go with it. Let's just go with that. Let's just do it. She is a redhead. It's not going to be, her hair's not going to be in a tight bun because that's not as much fun, but maybe she'll have space buns, something like that. Yeah, so there we go. There's Vesper. We made Vesper. So next time we're not going to get straight into, well, we might get into play, but next time what we're going to do is flesh out a little bit more some of these questions that we have. Like, what is the cargo that is it Zori? I need to put all this in here and look it up. What is the cargo and where does it need to go? You know, things. So we'll kind of work on some of those details, and then I feel like by the time we're done with those details, it will be sort of obvious what our next steps are. And then that means we can actually start because we'll have something that we're trying to do. So, well done, everyone. Well done indeed. This has been great. This honestly is my favorite part, and it's why I love really working with like the oracles and stuff, because I never would have come up with any of these things on my own, and then anytime you add a new element of it, a new facet, you're like, ooh, intrigue, ooh, drama. So that's great. Vesper's gonna be good, I think. We're gonna have a great time with her. So let's see. we are not doing any Blades in the Dark on the Random Encounters Guild this week because Scott is on vacation. So the next time that we are going to be live is going to be for Wednesday morning, 10 a.m.-ish Eastern for Morning Initiative. And then I have no idea if Allie's doing anything over the weekend, but otherwise you can catch me here again next Sunday, same time, same channel, and we can, keep working on Vesper, on our stuff. Okay,